Hello everyone, welcome to another topic of biochemistry genetics. Today we are going to discuss about the Fragile X syndrome. So in the Fragile X syndrome, I am going to talk brief about the introduction of the Fragile X syndrome, the pathogenesis of the Fragile X syndrome, and what are the different findings that we see in the Fragile X syndrome, and the diagnosis and the management of the Fragile X syndrome. So in this topic, I am going to review the disease Fragile X syndrome. So let us move toward the introduction of the Fragile X syndrome. So Fragile X syndrome is the X-linked dominant disease, and it is one of the most common causes of the intellectual disability. So if we see one of the most common cause of the intellectual disability, it is Fragile X syndrome, and the Fragile X syndrome is X-linked dominant. So it is the brief introduction, and now let us move toward the pathogenesis of the Fragile X syndrome. The main cause of the Fragile X syndrome is due to decreased or absent level of the Fragile X mental retardation protein, that we see FMRP protein, due to the loss of function mutation in the Fragile X mental retardation 1 gene, due to FMR1 gene. So what happened, how that loss occurs? The loss of function is usually caused by the unstable expansion of trinucleotide CGG, cytosine, guanine and guanine, repeat at 5' untranslated region. So what happened? After there is unstable expansion of the trinucleotide sequence, there will be the hypermethylation of the gene. If you have read my previous lecture, if there is methylation of the DNA or methylation of the gene, there will be the mute of the DNA. The DNA becomes mute, and there will be the no transcription occurs in that DNA. So there will be the decrease or no expression of that gene occurs. So by that, the Fragile X syndrome occurs. So now let us move toward the findings of the Fragile X syndrome. You can also see in this picture is that the presentation of the, or you can find that these different characters of the Fragile X syndrome in an individual. So there will be the post-pubertal macroorchidism, that we will see the enlarged testis. The patient is presented as long face with the large jaw. The ears will be everted. There will be the autism. There will be the mitral valve prolapse, and there will be hypermobile joints. So these are the specific features, that specific findings that we see in the person with Fragile X syndrome. So now let us move towards the diagnosis. The diagnosis is based upon the phenotypic presentation as well as the genotypic analysis of the person. So in the phenotypic presentation, if the person is suspected with the Fragile X syndrome with these features, like post-pubertal macroorchidism, long face with large everted ears, autism, mitral valve prolapse, or if there is present of the hypermobile joint, we consider to do a genotypic analysis. So the character suspect with FMR1 DNA analysis will reveal the presence of Fragile X syndrome. So in the FMR1 DNA analysis, we can see the detection of the alteration of FMR1 gene. The FMR1 gene stands for Fragile X mental retardation 1 gene. So how do you treat? How do we manage the Fragile X syndrome? So once it is already occurred, or it is already seen in the genetic level, so the pathogenesis at the genetic level, so we have to prevent the Fragile X syndrome. Once the Fragile X syndrome occurs, there is no any specific or particular treatment regarding it, but it can be prevented by the genetic counseling. The Fragile X syndrome can be prevented by the genetic counseling, and the person with the Fragile X syndrome, we can ease their daily life activities by the speech therapy, by doing the language therapy, or by giving the educational support. These three things are very important. So I hope you enjoyed my lecture. I described brief about the introduction, the pathogenesis, the findings, diagnosis and management of the Fragile X syndrome. I hope you understood the lecture. Thank you.